Welcome to Pack Talking with Ben, Dorium, and I. And we've got Mono down here and Apollo.
I mean, we've always had them down there, but now we semi got things going on. We're still working on it, but
Yeah, we've got our sign actually in the shot this time. We're excited about that. Shout out to Dorian for getting the camera necessary. Good job. So we're ready to start today's podcast. How you doing out there, Ben?
Good. Doing good.
Good.
I had to put on my do not disturb real quick here, but yeah, doing good.
Oh, perfect.
thank you for making time for us.
Yeah, we appreciate that. We appreciate you. Ben's topic today is going to be rescue stories that we have all our own individual rescue stories that we've encountered. My topic is going to be the importance and examples of the phrase "master the rules before you break the rules." And Dorium, we're going to finish up with Dorium and evaluating some videos and watching dogs live. So let's start with Ben's topic and good rescue stories, because apparently you had one very recently, huh, Ben?
Yeah, actually, I just rescued this little pit bull, or not little, but rescued this pit bull on the river. I had an employee of mine. She was working another job, and she sent me a video of this pit bull stuck on this little edge by the river, and everyone was trying to catch it. I guess there was the Humane Society is out there and trying to catch him with the pole, and he's being a little apprehensive, like lunging and stuff, and then he would just avoid or flight real quick. And yeah, I got him. I ended up going there, and I brought one of my catcher dogs with me, my bait dogs. No,
Hey,
I brought Mila with me, and I got that
Hey,
dog.
did you do the little rope move to lasso?
Oh
You
yeah,
lassoed
the
him?
only way.
Yeah, for
The
sure.
only
How
way.
many tries? First try, second try?
Dude, no, I am very grateful Lynn taught me that, and I've saved many dogs from that move.
We're going to show a video of it here, basically.
I don't know if we show a video of it here.
No, you don't have
It might
you
be
do have a video,
copyrighted.
don't you? It might
What
be
was that?
copyrighted.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, yeah, we'll post a video of me catching the dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, it actually took me, I think, like 18 minutes. And
So you didn't go on the first try.
oh no, dude, the wind was blowing. It was like literally actually right after I caught the dog, a tornado siren came on. It was
Whoa.
very gusty, and I couldn't. And the dog has been avoiding a catch pole for it. I ended up giving it back to the Humane Society. The coolest part is, though, there's a couple cool parts of the video we may share, but at one point, Mila wasn't worried about this dog at all, and she was ready to go forward, and so she kind of gave me the okay for me to go forward. But I eventually got the dog on the leash, and he was being very apprehensive, unsure, intense, and forward, so dangerous potentially. And but once I put that leash on, he hit the end of the leash because he was like in flight. And once he hit the end of the leash, he snapped out of it, and just went right into a following state. And the only reason that dog didn't run away is because he was on like a 2.5-foot cement ledge next to the river. And that boy got himself up there, and he was so soft he couldn't get himself down. But once I spent the time and followed through with them properly, I believe, and then I got him off that ledge. It was so crazy though. It was like it's like bringing a horse to water, or even like putting dogs in water. You know how you can really fast forward on the trust process. And once I took that dog, I caught him, he had that on the leash. I got him off that wall, and I had him. He was like a super sweet, happy-go-lucky pit bull, and he was scanned. And the owners are not. What was that?
No, when you send the picture out, like that dog does not look like he would be lunging and all type of stuff like that. So obviously he was probably like used to a leash, no?
Yeah, he was used to a leash to a degree, but I think it's just more that once the leash went on, and he did so much fight and avoidance, and then he went to flight at the end of the leash, that he just went to surrender. Like he had no other option but to follow. Especially because I had to get him off of where he wouldn't leave, and then walk him through like the side of the river, which is like there's a lot of rocks. It's just traversing rocks for a quarter mile.
No, but was he pulling or was he straight following? Like
And straight
right
follow,
next to you?
bro. Hey, especially when I left the rocks, because it's kind of sketchy going down the river, and he was like one following my like right behind me. Like he wouldn't take
Mm,
6 inches off the path,
I'm
and
thinking homeless dog for sure.
yeah, I just think he's just is like a latchkey dog, a dog that
What,
doesn't
what,
have great owners that just let him does what he wants. He probably rolls the neighborhood because I guess the owners were contacted because he had a chip and they didn't want to come get him. So I might be fostering him out potentially here. We'll see.
Wait, he
No,
was
sounds like
chipped. The owners were alerted, and they didn't want him back.
No,
it sounds like oh man, you guys found him. We left him.
Oh
yeah,
my
Yeah.
God, I didn't realize that
but
was the twist on the
dude,
story.
and the worst part was too is like when I called the Humane Society and they came and like right away like dude, this dog was like he looked like my dog. Like he was in it. He was committed all the way. We had a relationship, and he right when they came, they're like, "Hey, good boy, like we found it." Like that's brought so
Oh,
much excitement, and right away, like dude, he just went hit the end of the leash, went into flight, and he got real
Mm.
tense and went into flight, and
When
uh,
his owners were there.
no, it was just the Humane
no,
Society.
it was the
The Humane
Humane
Society.
Society
Oh,
came in
And
and
I was like,
ruined
hey, hey,
the
I was like,
calmness.
this got you guys in trouble in the first place. It didn't work earlier, so just ignore him. And I gave him like a little consequence, I guess, of learning about dogs.
did
And
they take it serious? Did you think they learned something like?
they did, but I don't know. I told him, I said, hey, it was like the person that ran the Humane Society. I said, hey, you and your whole team can come out, and I'll give you guys a free course on dog
Mm.
psychology and teach you guys how to approach any dog and how to be able to, in my mind. Well, I think you guys know if there's a runaway dog, the first thing that should go in your mind is I need to get a happy-go-lucky dog, or I need to get a dog that's sure-footed. You know what I mean? It's like the number one thing.
The thing that goes to my mind is don't chase.
Oh yeah,
Like, because but that's the first thing. I think most people are going to follow the dog and chase after the dog. Literally, I was walking a group of dogs and I see this dog off leash just running. And I see this SBCA guy or whatever just chasing after him. And I just wanted to be like, stop chasing. Like, there's no way a flighty dog running towards a flighty dog is going to help them come towards you. You have to like find some way to get them to corral into a spot where you can slowly kind of move in. You can't.
dude.
The,
I've seen a lot. I've rescued, or I know there's people that have done a lot more than I have, but I have 100% success rating because every time I actually always bring the same dog too, but every time I bring, especially Mila, like she's just got that
she's
maternal. She's like
she has that
maternal.
attractive energy that
Yeah, dude.
attracts the other
Yeah,
dogs to her.
she's just super connected to me too. Like that video we have, it's way too long to post on here, but she's on stay. I'm not telling her any command, and she was just staying right behind me when I was trying to get this dog. And there's one point of the video where she's in between my legs, actually, like her head. I didn't even feel her when I was in the moment, and
Nice.
it was a super cool video. We'll have to. I'll send it to you guys. I know you guys will break it down, but
Well, speaking of rescue, I believe hopefully in our next episode we're going to get Angela on here, who is big into the rescue game. Shout out to Angela, Angela Aiden, Deserving Dogs is her Instagram handle. She's the best.
Shout out to Angela.
Yeah, so
Caesar refers to her as the person that brings the angels.
well, she is an angel on earth. That's
Angela.
yeah.
Yeah. So
So yeah, we'll hopefully if everything works out next week or next podcast, we should be able to get her on. So but yeah, so that's awesome that you were able to help this dog and that you're going to continue helping this dog, fostering it, and you got to keep us posted.
Potentially.
no, it sounds to me like you got a new dog. That's what
No,
I'm saying.
he could have though. I could have took that dog home.
Yeah.
Four
How many
is
dogs
good.
do you have right now?
4.
4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 is good.
How many do you have, D?
I don't want to talk about it.
It's
NDA, super secret Dorium.
I got 5 right now. I'm a little low on my numbers, but
Little low on his
4 is
numbers.
definitely you need to step it up, man.
I've got 2.
I got
You
big
too.
ass German shepherds, bro. Like large dogs.
That's
I
true.
was
That's true. That 4 big ass dogs could be 6 medium dogs.
I
I don't
was just
know.
listening to Art Ortiz, who was on the podcast a couple episodes ago, and he was like, "I have 7 dogs. I've got too many dogs. This and that, and then and that." And I was like, "I've got 2. I'm thinking about getting another one." And Art goes, "Keep it at 2, Bobby. Keep it at 2." I was like,
Nah, I agree with
"Oh."
them. 7's the best, the good number. Like that's why I like to have my pack 7, because there's always that one that crashes or that gets or maybe gonna end up being like 8 or 9 at some point. So 7, good for me.
7 is a lot. I feel like 7 it's a healthy amount to have, basically, so that you've got a whole pack by yourself. Like you were doing a pack walk with just your dogs. Basically, that's pretty awesome. That's that's a deep amount. But okay, and do you have any other stories of rescue where you wanted to?
I know Dorian's got some good rescue stories.
All right, let's hear a
I
Dorian rescue
I don't
story.
have. I'm not really a big rescue
Hey,
guy.
Shocky.
Well, you wouldn't know it if you saw the video. I actually have a video of that. You guys haven't
I
seen, but
don't remember the video, bro.
no, actually, let me think. Like, no, because I've actually rescued dogs, and I'm gonna tell you something right now. I won't like get a dog off the street if he looks like he's just living life. Walking slow, crossing streets, crossing signals. Just being low. I usually get that dog if he looks like he's in distress, like he's fleeing, he's flighting, or he's about to get run over because maybe he just got out as his first time out in the real world and he looks endangered. That's the only time that I'll get concerned. When I saw Shaki's, I saw her walking down the street, but she was not in distress. She was just walking so smooth and like she had this little gallop on her, and I'm like, whose dog did they just? Somebody's dog got away. Like has to be hit a U-turn, checked her out, and wow, like I brought the boys down. The boys loved her like right away. Well, I think she was in heat as a matter of fact. So of course they loved her. Like, but I was like, man, she was beautiful. The way and like her energy. I don't know. If for some reason I had to have her. Like I seen it, and actually one of my other good dogs, Buddy, he's a street dog also. And some of my best dogs have been street dogs. Like they're not trained. They know how to survive. He's gonna if he gets out, he's not taking the street. He's taking the sidewalk. He's not running full speed. He might not care about the cars, but he's watching out for him. So
Real quick, why is she named Shockies?
oh, like Shakira, hips
And why?
don't lie, so
Because she had the hips that were
yeah, when
just
she would
too.
walk, it was like, whoa, that's how her name came out. So her real name was Shakira, but we call her Shakis or Shakies, how some people say it.
That's sweet. I like that. That's awesome.
That was actually I think I think that was your first dog that I ever met, but besides that was the first dog I think actually even before Chapo is shot it was Shocky at TCW. That's when me and you started really kicking it. I was like, God damn, this dog's good as hell. Yeah, I remember I really liked that dog, and that was one of the first dogs that I could be wrong too, but I think it was one of the first time I saw like Buddy, Chapo, and Shocky.
Shakira, yeah, probably. Yeah, rest in peace to her. She was definitely left a big mark. Like like I said, I rescued her and I kept looking for a home for her. For some reason or the other, it wouldn't work out. And I was at a point to where like my kids were like, "Nah, well, let's just keep her." And that's how we ended up with a bunch of dogs and cats too. Well, we rescued them. We're gonna find them a home, but there comes that point where like everybody's like, "Nah, I don't. I think we're keeping them." It's like, yeah.
Sounds like they rescued you instead of rescued.
Yeah, that's what they say. But prior to her, she was like a bull terrier mix. I had already rescued years before. We're talking about maybe like 10 years ago. Another bull terrier. It was an actual full blooded miniature bull terrier, Sharky. Oh man, she was the same energy as Shaki's, but like full on bull terrier. And like when I would walk that dog, I'm not gonna lie, people would pull over, U-turns. Oh, you got puppies, or you got hey, what's up? Where'd you get it? Like it was that type of dog. It was kind of like a Chapo, but the bull terrier because it was a miniature one. I love that dog, and I actually found them a home, and then lived his best life in a ranch somewhere in China or something. But that's the only dog that I actually rescued that I rehomed, and all the other ones are still pretty much with me or passed away with me.
That's awesome. you kept them that long, basically.
Yeah, sometimes that's what I say. You get stuck with them. Like Ben, sounds to me like Ben just got a new. He's gonna foster
I've
that
done
pit
that
bull.
before.
Yeah, it
I've done
happens.
that before.
It happens.
Yeah. Well, we work with a couple rescues actually. We've worked with a rescue called SCGRR, which stands for Southern California Golden Retriever Rescue. It's a mouthful.
Yes, it is.
We worked with several of their dogs, helped them. We didn't do it for free. We gave them a huge discount because they're part of the rescue world. But yeah, we've rehabilitated several dogs for them. We've rehabilitated several dogs for a rescue called Promise for Paws, and another one called Rover's Retreat down all here in South Orange County. But yeah, we work with rescues. I've never caught or rescued a dog that was like off leash on the street or anything. Um,
Put it on your to-do list.
yeah,
They're
well, I
usually there
Come
mean,
on,
everywhere.
Bobby.
Come
I
on.
I've never ran across one that needed it
No,
in the
catch and
moment.
release. Just
Basically,
catch and release, just for some fun. Like, you know?
just catch my neighbor's dog real
Yeah,
quick.
just go on a walk with no dog and then come back with a dog.
That's I've done that before where like it's just a dope dog. I try to catch him and I see with him like, oh, he looks like he's fine. Like I'm not trying to take him away from the streets if he's doing good. It could be a homeless dog or like I think sometimes dogs that get rescued or whatever and they're living in the streets being good, and then they get put in a shelter. I think a dog has a better life out being roaming the streets and roaming for his food. I mean, they're animals. They could do that instead
I
of
think
being.
the problem though is that the reality is it should be no. It's just that what shelters do and what they get into is and it ends up being not, as you guys know, they end up not helping dogs.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, they
You
can't.
know,
They can't. They can't. There's so many. I understand the problem, and obviously, it's not good to just leave dogs be out roaming the streets. But if it's better for them, why not? You know.
Well, there's what city was it? I think it's like Istanbul or something where there's just I think I sent it to you, Dorian, in Instagram. But the whole city has dogs that are quote unquote stray dogs, but they're all tagged some with like this dog
yeah,
is
I've seen
super
that.
friendly. This
They do that in a couple different countries actually.
yeah, but it's like the entire city is basically like there's off leash dogs. They're allowed to go onto the subways and stuff for free. They're allowed to roam. People are they're marked to tell you, oh, this dog is a little nervous or something, so don't approach this one. But this dog is super cool. You can come up and approach this dog
Mm.
anytime. They have like a little green thing on their
Where is this? I
collar.
gotta look into that. That sounds
I sent it
interesting.
to you on Instagram. I think
I think he sent it to
it's
Ben because he said he knew about it.
no,
No,
I'm pretty sure
I've
I
seen
sent
that
it to you.
before. They'll be
Yeah.
like a new dog, bro. They'll be like a new dog. They're like, oh, this one's not marked yet. We Let's go assess them.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's really interesting that they have this whole thing set up in that way that this completely foreign to the American population and the quote unquote rescue
We
society.
gotta step up our game 1,000% on the whole dog rescue and just helping dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
I'm
starting
trying
with
to
information
I'm
and
trying
knowledge.
to branch out and create some type of rescue or shelter or something of that nature. And it may not even be called that, but it's for people that want to rescue dogs, which is a great thing. It's providing a service for them that we find the right dog for them. You know, the right energy, the right size, the right temperament, their lifestyle fits, and I'll just charge my clients for the finder's fee, and then add on. Do you want training with it?
I think we're going to do something similar to that model as well, where we're kind of trying to find energies that are going to match the energies of the owner so that we're setting them up for the best
Yeah,
success.
Angela's gonna help me with that too. I'm sure she would hook you guys up with it as well. But
Next week.
she's like, there is a shit ton of dogs in Puerto Rico, that it's super hard for them to get rehomed, and they just sit in the shelters, even more so. Which I don't really like to get other countries' problems or their dog problems to be our problems, because there's a lot of problems here. The only reason I would do it is because they're willing to do it the way that we want to do it, or the way that it's proper for the dog. Does that make sense to you?
And how are they different?
Um, I think most shelters and rescues do it based off of silly criteria. And then the process too of getting a dog, a company finding a dog for an owner they not met to go logistically, it will be harder for them to do rather than, you know, rather than going to Puerto Rico where they're just like, yeah, perfect. We need this. Like, we need this dog to get out of here. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they make it near impossible for people to rescue dogs, even that should rescue dog, or that people that should have a dog or that want a dog, and they make you jump through rings for some of it, which I think is silly. Like if you have a pool, they were like, oh no, you can't have a dog there because the dog's not. Oh, dude, stupid stuff, bro. Like if you don't have a backyard with a fence, you can't rescue this dog.
Well, that I understand, I guess. There, so that
I
your dog.
guess it's
I
all this.
Yeah, but see, that's the whole concept is you're taking a dog off the street and you're putting them into this sheltered area, which is unnatural for the dog. You're taking a dog out of nature and putting them into an unnatural situation, which is where what we do. We ask them to stay at home when we go to a job, which is unnatural. That's why there is separation anxiety, because normally the dog is with the pack the entire day. There is no separation. So we're doing these unnatural things to dogs, and we've got to like, so it's weird how we're defining rescue as taking them from their natural place and putting them into this unnatural
I don't
setting.
even care about that. I think most rescues aren't rescuing stray dogs. They're taking people's problems. Um, and
That ooh.
Well, I already came up with a solution. I don't want to tell you guys, but I'm starting my own rescue, and we're gonna rescue all types of dogs. It don't matter what they're doing. We're gonna put them on treadmills. It's gonna be kind of like some Elon Musk shit. You know, he's doing the big thing with the electric powers. I'm gonna be having canine power. I'm gonna put all the dogs on treadmills. They're gonna be running nonstop, 8 hours, maybe 12, depending on the working dog. Not. We'll give them a break. We'll give them some nice benefits, but free power by canines. What you guys think about that? Working nonstop all day, feeding, getting fed, getting exercise. What else do they want?
yeah,
I think that's a beautiful
go for
solution.
it.
But I don't think, like, to say 8 hours, I think it's going to scare a couple people off. If you
We'll do
keep
7.
switching the dogs
We'll
out
do
the
7.
entire day, like, oh, you got 2 hours for this dog or an
No, they
hour
gotta
on
work
trip.
at least 8, bro. They can't have that much. At least what we do, 8 hours running
Well,
on the treadmill.
a dog is meant to do a substantial amount of walking. Some breeds are more attuned to it. You have the lazier breeds that are
Bro,
kind
we're
of.
gonna have a Chihuahua having to pull the same weight on Mally. Mally's gonna be doing it. So I don't care. They're gonna be getting fed. They're gonna have shelter. Free power for everybody on canines, just running treadmills out there.
I don't think what rescues are doing it is wrong, and I'm blowing it up a little bit. It's more or less like the overall psychology of them, what they provide that dog in that facility that they get, whether it's someone's problem, whether it's from the streets, but just they don't have a philosophy on dogs that's well
Yep.
universe. You know how, hey, most of the time, 99% of the time, dogs should be you should be presenting yourself as being calm. You should be trying to keep these dogs calm and relaxed rather than excited, and then leaving them in the kennel excited, coming back to the kennel excited, and just everything is just based off of the dogs feeling happy, which these people that run rescues have no idea of what happiness to a dog is, in my opinion.
I think like in the next 10 years that we're gonna have a lot of advancement in it because there's so many people talking about it and bringing it up. Like this is what the new stuff. Stick with training, yes, but the main stuff is like energy, what we're projecting to the dogs, what we want them to do. What we don't want them to do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I hope that's the way it goes, because that's literally the best way you can raise your dog is by knowing your energy, knowing the dog's energy, knowing their state of mind, assessing and evaluating.
Look, see, all those things are so far away from where people are at. You know,
Yeah, that's why
you
we
can't
got
even
to
say the word
start the
energy.
conversation.
yeah. But the
Yeah,
conversations are being
it's
already.
outrageous.
We're already starting them. There's a lot of other people starting the conversation, and I think that I hope in the next 10 years that it's a big that people are starting to understanding that we gotta stop doing all that baby talk, all that communicating with dogs, how we've been doing it for hundreds of years.
It kind
Because
of goes back into. Oh, it's gonna go. It's gonna go right into Bobby's segment of mastering the rules before you break them.
yeah, that's exactly where I was going to segue right into it right
Segue
now.
right into it, man. That is the reality, and the reality is like for the people that are rescuing dogs, like, dude, yes, you can get dogs excited, and dogs are fine to be excited, but the dog that you just try to capture for 3 days,
You might want to wait a sec. Just
and well, the worst part is is that I offer free training, free education, and you know, uh, I've offered to all the rescues near me, all the shelters near me, and maybe it was my delivery, and maybe they didn't like what I was saying to get them to my place. But free education, free training. I even offered it for the people that rescue dogs. Hey, they'll get one free consultation, dude, $300-400 for free.
when we work with a rescue, basically what we do is we have the dog until they're ready to be adopted. We end up we help it finding the owner. Sometimes usually we find them, but sometimes the rescue will give us somebody. Then we will, as part of what our package is for the rescue, is we give training to the owner that comes and rescues the dog, so that they are actually continuing, because we don't want to be putting in all this time and effort into this dog and then giving it to somebody and they just ruin it, basically. So we give them like the basis to keep the consistency going with that dog, and we find that it ends up really helping out with the
It
new
just sounds
owner.
like a successful board and train, you know? It-
It is.
yeah.
And the best part is this new owner doesn't have the baggage of a bad board and
You
train, so we
started
can
off right away.
set the imprint right from the beginning, and that way they do it right. The dog knows how to react to the person. It's just a win-win for everybody
Dude,
involved.
and you know what's real funny too is about that. It goes back to that dog I just rescued. I could have dropped that leash after I got him off the wall, walked my path through all these rocks. I could have dropped that leash, and that dog was literally so connected to me, and I mastered something right away. And then I can now, I don't even need the leash for this dog that's been running away from people. It's
So,
just
so
still.
let's get into master the rules before you break the rules. Let's what I want to do is have an example and explain the importance of it. So for me, I want to say excitement is a big thing that needs to be, you need to be able to master before you can break that rule, and that's a big thing that a lot of our clients don't master before they break that rule, and that's why we have a job. So what we like to basically do is we love for you to be able to have excitement with your dog, but you have to be able to turn that switch off. We liken it to, you have a Ferrari, but you don't have brakes on your Ferrari. So you're driving at 200 miles an hour, and then all of a sudden you need to stop and you don't have the brakes, So what we do, master the rules before you break the rules, is you teach them to slow down before you teach them to speed up. So, or you teach them at the same time. You teach them when they're sped up, how to slow them down at lower increments, so that when they're higher, you can still be able to influence them, because you have these basic ideas of speed bumps, as you like to call them. We've adopted that word. I don't know if that's a Linism, but
It's
speed
Lunism.
bumps. It's perfect, because you need to be able just to slow down the mind a little bit so that you can influence it. And the more speed bumps you can give a dog, the more you can bring them back to this calm state.
So is it mastering excitement or mastering calmness, or is it two switches at once?
It's both. It's, you got to be able to. It's a yo-yo. Like, you know what I mean. When the excitement is going, you need to be able to pull it back with the calmness. And when you want to be able to pull the excitement out, that's because you have that ability to pull the calmness back. In a sense, there's this like stretch and yin yang kind of thing going on
Give and
between them.
take.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
master the rules before you break them. That's some Linism.
That's, I think,
That we guys call it?
Caesar said it. I heard Caesar say it. I don't know if Lynn said it, but I heard Caesar say it. But Lynn's Lynisms, as I like to call them, work really well with that idea. So that's, I think that the great thing about Lynn is the way he distills the knowledge into these little, like little vignettes of knowledge that help you to like, oh wow, yeah, that's really like a good way to think
Understand it.
about it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I was just worried.
Interpolate it.
I don't know if you were supposed to be giving out any of that information. I was a little worried about you safety
Well,
breaking the.
I love Lynn, so anything I'm kind of spewing out from him, hopefully I'm doing it justice, and I'm glad that Ben is here to help keep me in line, because Ben is definitely a serious student of Lynn and knows, has spent more time with him than I have, and so I just appreciate his knowledge and being able to pass it on.
Yep.
Yeah. So
What
do
do
you
you, what do
have?
you think about mastering the rules of Dorian or breaking them? I know you've done both.
Well, I'm into mastering anything I do, so but I also break the rules all the time. So I don't know. I don't know if that's a good
Is
terminology.
is it human nature to break the rules before you master them? I think that's when Bobby brought that text us that that's what I thought. I'm like, people have to break the rules before you master them.
That's a good.
Mm,
That's a good
I would
way.
say master them first. Master them
Hey,
first.
people. I mean, think about like when I like it's like going to the dentist or anything. You know, you're gonna until you realize you shouldn't have done all that stuff that created the pain,
The cavities, like eating all the
or
sugar.
root canal, or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
People call us typically when there's a problem. I'm watching
Right.
my in-law or my sister-in-law's dogs right now, and she has two of them. One's a little bit more tense than the other. One's a super happy-go-lucky, and she's like, "Well, do you think we should keep them there for a couple of days?" I was like, "It's not about me keeping them here for a couple of days. Like you keep them here for a couple of days if that's what's easy and best for you, so you to spend time here." But and I told her, I said, "I don't care what level you get your dogs to. This is the reality. You come and you get a lot of education now, and you start applying it, or you don't, which is fine with me. I don't care. There's going to be a problem, and then you got to deal with it at intervention. You deal with it when maybe there's a little fear in the house, or you're a little more fear of how your dog's going to respond, or uncertainty, yada yada." I said, "Yeah." I
Just
was like,
realize there's consequences one way or the other, and you're going to have to deal with it. You're either going to have to put in the work in the beginning, or you're going to have to put in the work in the end. One way or the other, you're going to have to put in the work.
and,
Nope.
and I would say I'm a person, unfortunately, that has to break the rules a couple times and get a little consequence before I master them.
Well,
Mm.
the universe will give you that check if you need it. So that's I've what do they say basically, that you're bound to repeat the same lesson until you've learned it, basically. So
And you'll keep learning it, and every time will be a consequence behind it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's the F around and find out principle, basically. You
Yep.
know what I mean? You test the boundary, and the universe will provide that boundary slapping back at
And
you.
as you get older, probably too, you realize that, you know what, I should probably read that IKEA book before I start putting this together.
Agreed. Agreed.
You start to, as you get wiser, you go, you know what, maybe I should look into this before I go forward.
Well, the wise man learns from other people's mistakes. You know what I mean? And other people's things, whereas a smart man just learns from his own. So,
Yeah, in
a
repetition.
smart person, shouldn't say smart man, smart person.
No
But
matter.
yeah. What about? Do you have any other master the rules before you break the rules, Ben? That you can think of examples?
No.
No.
I could open up a bunch of things, but nah, I think we had it covered pretty well. I think human nature is you're going to have to break those rules before you master them.
So for me, I want to say one more example of, hey, if you want to have your dog on the couch, you have to master that they're not trying to get on the couch, basically, in a sense.
Yeah, it's
So
like don't drop your leash before you master your dog on leash.
there you go. That's another good one right there.
Don't have your dog out of the kennel unless it's great in the kennel.
There you go. That's yeah. I'll open the door, and if the dog's kind of trying to rush out, I'll close the door again, just so that they basically, the rule to coming out of the kennel is you have to come out calm and slowly. You can't come running out. So you have to be calm first. Once you master that, then breaking the rule, you can let them out a little bit quicker once you
Yeah, I
understand.
mean, they don't always have to. I like to let my dogs come out hot. I don't want to come out hot. When you open the door, I need everybody pushing each other out. Like, hey, get out the way. Let the big dogs go through. Let the
but that's because you've mastered the rules of calmness.
Yes.
They can all
always, not always, they have to do that. Like,
but always, because you've mastered that rule. They know how excited they can get. Basically, they've already, because you've created that boundary system with them in a sense. No,
I don't think I slowed them down that way though. I don't think I've taught them. I think I always teach them after, like, all right, I gotta slow them down because they're gonna make me look bad if they don't slow down. Everybody's always looking like.
I think fortunately, or maybe unfortunately, or maybe it's not even true, is that Dorian masters many rules that he probably doesn't even know he masters.
I don't know. You know what? I think so, because sometimes when I hear you guys talking about art, I don't really follow any of that. I don't do any of that, but I mean,
you're doing it subconsciously. That's why you're already a great dog trainer. You're naturally, instinctively doing it. You're not praising praise is great in the right circumstance. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But it's not necessary.
I think.
What do you think, Ben?
I know praise. I know the type of praise that people are thinking about isn't
exactly. It's a different type of praise.
Yeah, food is praise. Going forward is praise. Out the house.
Any reward is basically affection
for certain dogs, certain situations,
or toys, or that's
standing next to me.
Yeah. That's it. That good thing you said that, because me, when my dogs do something good, I feel good myself. Like, I'm sending that vibe to them. Like, this is what I want.
But even just the luxury of being right next to me. Like, when you deal with more behavior prompts for dogs, those are the dogs that, or those are sometimes dogs that are entitled to that space, want to keep that space safe because there's no control of you, that dog, and that space.
Yeah, they haven't mastered that ability to be in that space in the right mindset, basically. But once they do, then you can break the rule of letting them in that space. You can have them on the couch when they're calm and not asking to be on the couch. Sometimes you can let them on the couch too. You can break the rule, but once you've established this rapport with them about,
you mastered other things, you master everything else.
Yeah, no, maybe not everything else, but you
to a degree.
Check. You know what I mean? Exactly. You're doing more right than you are wrong, in a sense.
Master the rules before you break them. That's the clip, bro. Cut it right there.
Okay. Well, Dorian, we're going to you now. We're gonna start. Dorian is gonna master the ability to pop up things on screen with us, and we're gonna watch.
I'm gonna be like, what's that guy from Joe Rogan's name?
Jamie. Our resident Jamie.
All right, then we're gonna start out with some funny stuff, because I don't want anybody to get upset with the endings. It could be a little dark for some people.
And look right here. And look
can
right
we get,
here. We can cut it. We can cut it now and get it all ready for you. So take that pressure off you, Dorian, to do it right. And then we'll go back to the
cover me. I don't care.
Yeah. No, like right now, that's why I wanted you guys to do yours first, because once we get it going right here, I'm gonna be good.
Okay.
This is hold on. Can you see what? Oh, we haven't shared it.
Hey, isn't that nice? I'm gonna see you guys Friday.
That is super nice.
I'm coming next month too. Fuck it.
Let's do it.
Are you next month too? What's happening next month?
I don't know, but I want them to come every month.
Yeah, let's do it.
Why don't you guys come here now?
I say we all go to Hawaii, meet up in Hawaii or something.
Hey, how can you see that right now?
Can you see?
I can see, but I see.
You see all of us, right?
Because what I see is this. I see my screen in this corner. I see you guys right above it in a very small square, and then the rest of the screen, this much of the screen, is
YouTube or Instagram.
Yeah, and then this half is comments. This half is screen.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
that's
fine.
cool. But it's because it don't matter because what we're gonna be seeing is different. It's over here. So, but you could see the video though, right? Clear.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right.
Let's
This
try
is
it.
a little clip, a little game I want to call "What do you think is gonna happen next?" What do you guys think is gonna happen next right now?
Well, right now, basically, that dog is a little excited, or at least alert about something in front of it. I can't even.
Okay,
It's
good
kind
eye,
of
good
blur.
eye.
It's a little blurry, so
See,
I don't know
now,
what
if you
with
guys
it.
went to Lynn Boki's workshop or did one
I
of
did.
his digital classes,
I
you'd be able
did
to break
cover.
this down extensively.
So, can you see it? Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me. What do you see? What do you think is gonna happen next? That's a question. It's a little
The
game.
only thing I can't see is I see a little girl, but I see an old woman in front of her. Um, I don't know. Maybe that dog is gonna bite that lady right in the butt.
Okay, okay,
I
good, good.
I just see excitement. I'm not sure if it's going to turn into some
I would
sort of
say it's more like
aggression.
alert, but let's watch it. Let's watch it.
Oh, I didn't see that. Greeting event.
Oh,
So he was alert, but it like, oh,
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 geez.
same cat, same cat.
oh, he fucking trips everybody. Oh, he stacks up on everybody.
The cat is just trying to fight everything. Holy
Dog,
crap!
no,
Look at now he's going
you
after
too, fool.
people.
You too.
Oh,
Look.
he's
Oh,
territorial. That's a
that cat
territorial
wants
cat.
all the smoke.
See, he don't care. It's a German Shepherd. Cats don't care. That was a G cat.
That
You
cat is pretty
know,
crazy.
look,
Oh man,
all the
I'm sorry. I'll be booting that cat if that cat's coming at me.
That's it.
That's fine. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna boot
See,
that cat.
now we know Dorian. Look in the corner there. You see the cat. He gave it away. I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
I didn't see the cat
I know,
there.
but
All right, all right, all right.
Well, I was gonna say maybe because the dog was alert, the cat went after him. But then you see the cat going after everything that moved. Yeah,
Territorial.
so
all right. What do you think is gonna happen next? Hold on, right
uh-oh.
here.
Hold on, bro. I gotta check the whole scene, bro. Now I know.
All right,
How
I'm
to
gonna give you
go.
a little bit more. Look, right here. What do you think is gonna happen?
I
Shit,
see
dude. I
a
don't know.
horse with blinders on. That oh
I
no,
bet a bear comes out of there.
something bad's gonna
I'm gonna
happen.
put it in the back of this truck.
Oh. Well, you know,
Oh,
hilarious is Carly used to be like super good at that. Like people would bring that couldn't get their horses to go into the trailer. She'd be able to like get any horse to go into
Yeah,
a
yeah,
trailer. In a
it's
sense.
a art
hey,
from this.
that trailer is different. That's just a truck. Hey, that looks like a truck bed that has a little
No, and
shape.
he's going for advanced level. Let's go.
I bet he flips him over the top.
Oh,
Yeah.
body slammed him.
Wow.
That's literally the kind of the injury that ended Carly's career. Is
No
the
way.
horse
No,
reared up
man,
and
that's-
slammed and broke some of her spine.
Imagine a metal right on the corner. Hold on, what's this one?
Hey,
No,
if that happened to Dorian, he'd die, bro.
What do you think is gonna happen right here?
Oh, I think someone's gonna crash.
Dog's gonna get ran over or something, or he's gonna bite the tire.
Oh no!
He bailed. Nah, I just
Well, I thought there was an animal.
Watch
This
my
is
dog.
just a little kid diving off.
no, it's because most of them I think it should be animal related, but we could. Oh yeah, look.
So that dog, I think, is going to go after the pinata.
He's gonna go after one of those people with a stick.
Or the kid's going to... Oh, no!
Oh,
Oh, man.
It got me with the dog, but it was not dog related. Because that's how they gave me. Oh, this one's good. All right. What do you guys?
Oh,
what do you
I
think is
think
gonna happen in
someone's
this
getting
one?
bit.
oh,
For
that
sure.
that leash is gonna
was
break.
Yeah, that
All
dude.
right, all right.
That
See,
dog
I
is
like these
pulling.
little
This is a fight situation.
He's gonna break through. Oh no, those dogs are gonna stack up at each other.
They're both going to go.
Oh, redirection.
Yep. You know that's a good
Look at him
relationship.
think about it. Look at him think about it. He goes, there.
He had it coming.
He's like, I can't get to that thing, so I'm
No.
going to get to the first thing that I
I
can
think
get to.
I think he had beef with them before already. Like
Yeah.
he was like, oh,
No, I don't necessarily agree with that because I've been in situations where I've seen people not have beef with a dog and it just redirects on like it's just so excited and it can't get to that other thing, so it just gets to the first thing
Yeah.
it can get to. Sometimes Apollo, he gets super excited, and if another dog is trying to beef with him, and he'll go and he redirects on a piece of grass and chooses a piece of grass and starts or a toy or something.
I had a little dog scrap yesterday at my place. I had a little dog scrap yesterday in my place with a hose and my buddy's dog with one of my German Shepherds, and they were like both biting at it, and I could see the one dog was getting really revved up, and I let it keep going on, and he kind of started chomping on her neck because the water wasn't going towards him. But yeah,
So yeah, he basically redirected,
Yeah.
right? Because and it's not because he had a beef with the other thing. It's just because it couldn't get to that.
hey,
thing
but that
it
dog
wanted to,
stopped and
right?
paused, bro, and he goes, "I've been waiting for this opportunity."
He did kind of. There was a moment there, definitely.
Hey, what do you think is gonna happen right here with this guy over here?
Oh, I
That
feel
guy's
like
for sure getting thrown out with a air seat or whatever those.
yeah, that's what I thought. He's gonna get launched. That's what I'm thinking.
Seeing
He's
this.
too relaxed.
It's a
Like
chick.
someone's
It's
gonna
a
just.
chick. Oh, that's messed up.
It's a chick.
it's a crap.
No, that's a guy. That's a guy. Or the chick is the one that's. Oh no, it's the chair that's gonna launch.
He's going.
He's
That's
somewhere
fucking meth.
Oh,
so small.
no. Dude, whoa, dude.
These are so funny. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I can't stop watching those.
But this is the dog ones. I thought we were gonna get some dog videos in
cut
here,
those
bro.
out. We could cut those out. We just want to get the laughing. Oh, okay. Now, right now we're gonna get. That was just to warm up. Now we're gonna get to the video. There, I want to see what you guys think is going on in this video. Can you give me a second? Where's my history here?
Look at Stewie.
Hey, we just
Look at Dorian's friends. We're just only friends.
what's going on?
No, that's the pack talking Instagram.
No, yeah, that's where I need it. That's where I put the. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. Oh, we could hear it. Can you see it already, Ben?
No.
No.
You can't see this?
No.
Oh, hold on then.
No, you got to share the YouTube instead of because you were just sharing the.
But it should switch on its own.
No, you have to share.
I saw I did it yesterday. Share. All right, then. Sorry, Benny.
Yeah.
What time is
How
it?
about that?
This will be quick.
Yep, I see it.
Okay. So, look at
I
that.
want to see what
That is definitely like tense. The dogs are tense right there. The tail not moving, and we have a dog that has a tail like that one fox. Oh no, it's not. It looks more foxy.
Okay, this is what I want to see. I'm trying to see who do you think is the alpha, who's the backup. Oh, look at those guys. Isn't it?
The guy in front.
Oh, if you get scrimmage, please walk away from the video right now. It's about to go down.
It's about a fight about
Males.
the break.
It's nothing graphic. It's nothing graphic. It's just pack talk. Pack talk.
Yeah, look, that black dog is partners with that female.
Well, okay. With the which one? The one right there.
The one with the big
Hey,
boob.
those are new pack members right there. Those people aren't from.
Yep. There's too much excitement. It's tense.
I like what you said though, Ben. That's what I thought.
They're teaming up.
No, they're not. They're not from that pack.
Why is nobody trying to do anything?
No, wait. There's a street pack, bro. It's not. I don't think it's anybody's pack. Look.
That was nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a lot of scruff and barking.
I mean, they're having a conversation, you know.
Definitely. I
So
would
you got-
say that
you
the
got-
black dog is definitely not the alpha.
Look at that scariest one.
That's the dog you fought right there, though.
The one that was coming up behind, right?
Yeah.
So you said that they're not from that pack, Ben?
I thought those other dogs came rolling in that weren't part of it.
I at first that's what I thought, like, because I figured if they're in the same pack, what started this fight? Either
Go
those
back
guys.
here.
I think that those guys are from out of pack, or they're trying to mate with that one girl.
Yeah, there's a lot of smelling,
Look.
but tense.
And then there's another dog that jumps in. Is that the one you said that he's his partner? No, no.
Yeah,
I
he
think
thinks
that
that these
male
two
and
right
that
here,
female are
the two on the right, the
either
farthest
partner or
right,
even a
right?
mom and a son. Right there, look.
Because he touched her, huh?
No, he's
Yeah.
not even started. It's already over. No.
Oh, but he look like that guy's got backup. You see somebody bit the black guy again. Oh no, they're
You
going
got
for the.
reminded something. Something alerted the dogs, and then that
I
red dog
think
showed a little
he
weakness. He
touched her.
saw his
Yeah,
opportunity.
he touched her. Watch. He touches his girl. Look, right there, he's gonna touch her. Boom. Touched her, smelled her.
Right there.
And then ran, and then the other ones came up like,
No, and then he
watch.
said, "We're gonna handle it right now."
Yeah.
Hey, we got to turn the volume down on that because I don't think I can hear you guys.
How about now? Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. That was loud.
Because that guy ends up holding his ground, right? I mean,
The black one?
what do you think that dog learned from though? Like, you know what I'm talking about, right, Ben? The guys that start the fight, what started it, what stopped it, and why did they walk
Right
away?
there. It's right here. It's right there. Don't move. Take the cursor away.
Okay.
I think there was an alert sound, and then he just saw. I think the dog got distracted from whatever it was doing, and then his guard went down, and that black dog saw an opportunity to.
And then that's crazy because that super sensitive dog, he keeps going in for the hits, and I wouldn't think he would be down for that.
He's
See
just
him?
trying to
See him?
stop it. Yeah, he don't know what he's doing.
The
He
little,
doesn't.
the brown guy, right?
Yeah, he don't know
Look,
what he's doing.
They're right there again. And he wants to win again with the short tail, right?
Yeah.
You know what? These are like one of those videos where I tell you what I see in it, and I have confidence in what I say, but I love to hear other people's opinions too.
Well, there's
People,
14 dogs.
especially people that are superior to me. I'm not saying I don't want to hear what you guys say by any means, but I always love when I see Caesar or Lynn or even Todd. You know, someone that do
No,
those
yeah, me
video
too.
breakdowns.
Because I'm looking at usually the stuff that other people are not seeing. You know, I'm looking like I want to see who's the top dog, who's the one backing up the top dog, and who's who's all the way in the back, like just scared. This is the stuff I'm looking. So
I don't think that black dog was running at all. I just think he was just enforcing sheriff.
no, what do you mean? He was running.
So he's more middle of the pack, basically, rather than front of the pack.
I don't
You-
claim that. I don't claim that. I just am claiming that he looks like he was the one doing the hammer.
he was a muscle.
Well,
He was
is the front of the pack the one that always goes into the fight, or is the front of the pack?
I don't like the front, middle, and back for that because I've seen front, middles, and back starts fight or get into fights.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean that super sensitive dog looked like he was this guy right here. Look, you see
I
him?
think
That
someone alerted and just threw that dog that was having a conversation, threw the dog off that was having a conversation with that black dog.
yeah, for sure.
Because that black dog was following that female from beginning to right before the fight, and it could be a mom and a son or a couple, right? A male and a
Mhm.
female that have had litter or has litters because her nipples were big too. So she had
Yeah,
puppies on the ground or very previous or you know,
Yeah.
Mm,
what am I trying to say? She's had
Very
puppies
recently.
recently. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But it's either those two are connected. I don't know. You know, I would love to see someone else's opinion about what happened.
I
Those
got some
other
more
dogs.
I got some more that we could look on next time, but I just I didn't have time to send them to the Pack Talking YouTube. But there's
I love watching those videos though.
no, yeah, I have another one that I really wanted to get to, but we're running out of time. But it's about like you could tell that it's like a pack and a stray dog comes at it. Like, well, not a stray dog, they're all strays, but he's not from that pack, and he starts a big party up, and he ends it too. But we'll have to look for that one.
Yeah, it is the last little thing is I don't hate clips like that. We just don't know the context. We don't know if like this is a greeting event and his four dogs were here and then this new other intact male came up and it was an unfriendly greeting event that turned into a larger greeting event, which then
Yeah.
and then in because when that other dog barked, it got all of the attention from the dog that got the one that was in the fight with him as well.
The enforcer.
Well, no, the enforcer, I don't think was. He didn't seem distracted from the conversation. His attention was on that other intact male.
Oh,
And when that a dog alerted, the tan intact male, the one that got punched first, responded to and took all of his attention away. And then that's when
I think the guy that alerted gave him the green light. Boom, green light on him. Go for it, bro. Big dog upstairs said take him out.
yeah.
He went for it.
It could have been. I'd watch that video for over and over. When I like watching those videos, I like watching it for 1 second. Watch what's happening 2 seconds. Watch what's happening 3 seconds.
Yeah, because it changes every second.
I get looking, all right, now I'm gonna look at this dog the whole time. I'm gonna look at this other dog.
I do it when I watch humans fight. If you ever watch people fight or any type of fight.
That was the challenging about this video. There was a lot of dogs, you know, so you have to be able to see like.
Yeah, I was trying to say there's like 14 dogs going on at once. Every second is something's changing, and you know what I mean. So it's
that's something that actually, Dorian, that you would absolutely love is going to Lynn's workshop and seeing how like that. That's like the whole day we just watch videos, and it's videos of avalanches or natural disaster, a bunch of crazy things, bro. And he has this formula of how he breaks things down, and it's very precise. It's
dog
awesome.
related or just random stuff that is like just
his pressure matrix is outside of dogs, right? It has to be perceived with a dog and a human or a dog.
For sure.
Makes sense too. You could use the same formula just for humans, but it's really designed for a dog and a human.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But anyway,
all right.
That was great. I love watching those.
We're
videos.
about an hour. So thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next podcast then. Take it easy.
Peace out.
Take care.
Do the thumbs up before we go.